Hello, hello, my loves. Welcome. Welcome to your midweek meditation. As you arrive, just take a moment to settle in, and we're going to light a candle this morning. Morning, Jenna. We're going to light a candle this morning. So if you have a candle close by or you need to just go grab one, then just take a second before you sit down to grab a candle. Morning. So I'm going to be taking my candle and just lighting it now, because we're meditating under a new moon. So welcoming in a little bit of light into the new moon so that we can explore some of the sort of edges of the Scorpio new moon this morning. Scorpio new moon is all about checking in with the things, or examining the things, the parts of us that perhaps we push away. So the bits that we keep in the darkness, and the new moon is like the perfect time to look at these things. So by lighting the candle, we're just creating a little bit of light for these things to come out and sit within. So just take a moment, get anything that you need, and then I invite you to come and sit. So once you've taken your seat, I always get people to just take a couple of breaths there. Just take a couple of breaths and decide whether the place that you've chosen feels okay for you. Does it feel sustainable? If already you're a bit like, oh no, I need to wriggle, I need to move, then honour that, but perhaps pay your setup a little bit of attention. So do you need a little bit more cushioning under the sit bones? Do you perhaps need to sit in a chair? Whatever you need, honour that. Make yourselves comfortable. And then take your first few breaths with perhaps a bit of a sigh on the exhale, this sort of audible sigh, a symbol to the nervous system that we've arrived. We're coming into a place of stillness. The nervous system really likes to hear that sigh. It's like when you've arrived home after a long day and you drop onto the sofa and you're like, oh yeah, I've arrived. The energy of this new moon is a little nudge. The Scorpio new moon is a little nudge to examine your beliefs, buried feelings, or any self-imposed limitations that you might have. And while we go through our day-to-day life, these might not be particularly evident to us. When we come into a place of stillness and we create some safety, we can begin to examine the things that potentially hold us back, the things that we hide. So that's what we're going to do today in this meditation, a gentle, breath-focused meditation where you'll be guided into a grounding space and then invited to explore the depths of you. If at any point throughout this practice you don't feel comfortable or safe, then I would really recommend giving your legs a squeeze and just acknowledging that, like, okay, I'm here, this is the boundary of my body, taking a couple of deep breaths and knowing that it's okay to open your eyes at any point and just gaze around the room. Let the awareness now rest at the breath. Notice the feeling of the breath coming in through the nose And notice the feeling of the breath coming out again through the nose. So I'm not really going to ask you to change the way that you're breathing. I'm not really going to give you a count to focus on. Let your breath be natural and easy. But generally, as soon as we start to pay the breath any sort of attention, it begins to change. So sitting there with the focus at the nose, breathing in and breathing out, letting that be your focus. As you focus on the breath, can you relax the muscles of your face? Let your cheeks relax, let your jaw relax. Let the lower jaw drop away from the upper jaw. Let the tongue relax, the throat relax. Wherever the hands are resting on the body, maybe on the legs or in the lap, can you find a little heaviness in the arms that makes the contact between the hands and the body feel a little heavier? So we begin to ground. Soften the belly. Really let the belly go. As you soften the belly, see if you can relax your inner thighs, your outer thighs, and feel your body in contact with the earth. Feel the support of the earth beneath you. The steadiness of the earth beneath you. Always there, holding you. You might even visualize a really gentle indentation of all the parts of you that are touching the earth. So it's like the earth is receiving you. There's a place for you there, a place of safety. A place you can always come back to. And if the mind begins to wander, bring the awareness back to the breath. Smooth breath in, smooth breath out. Soft belly, soft hips. Let your awareness now drift up to the heart space. perhaps take a couple of slightly deeper breaths here into the heart space. As you invite some light into the heart. So if you joined right at the very beginning of practice, we lit a candle. But if you don't have a candle, just visualize a flame at the heart center. Taking breaths in through the nose, into the heart space, creating light at the heart space. And as we hold this light within us, in our place of safety, resting on the earth, under the Scorpio new moon, ask yourself, is there a part within you that you disown? Maybe an emotion, a feeling, a memory, a belief, a label, a part of you that you put into the darkness and if nothing comes forward, that's okay. And if lots comes forward, that's also okay. Breath is smooth, breath is steady. Whatever is coming up for you, welcome it forward into the light of your heart, the light of your candle. And let it know that it is part of you and it's okay to be seen. It is part of the completeness of you. Without this part of you, you wouldn't be who you are. So hold it dearly in your heart, in the light that you've created in your heart. And tell it it's safe. Tell it it's okay. And that you're there for it. Whatever it might be, however big or small, it's welcome. Maybe it feels natural at this point to take a couple of deeper breaths into the heart space to support that. Or maybe you feel called to place the hands on the heart, to comfort yourself, to comfort this part of you that you've held in the darkness. As you breathe here, feel the heart space expanding. The chest rising and falling. Each breath reassuring this part of you that it doesn't have to go back into the darkness. It can be closer to the light now. And as you hold this part of yourself in your heart, ask yourself, how could you support this part of you to feel safer, to feel seen? And maybe it's just a simple acknowledgement of that part of you when it arises. A welcoming of that part of you when it arises. An acceptance. Bring whatever you need into the heart space so that both parts of you are sitting there in the heart. The part of you that's been hidden away, and the intention to offer it safety, welcome, acceptance, to honour it in its completeness of you. Feel the power of holding both parts of you in your heart space. You can hold the darkness within the light. Because you are complete. Next couple of breaths, slightly deeper than the last. Feel them fill the chest, fill the heart space. If the hands are on the body, if the hands are on the heart space, feel the rib cage expanding and falling. Thanking whatever came up for you today. Thank it, really thank it for coming forward and being seen. If the hands are at the heart space, give the heart a little squeeze. And then let the hands drop down to the legs. Feel the weight of the hands on the legs. Squeeze the body. Give the thighs a little bit of a squeeze, just bringing you back into the present moment, grounding yourself here in the now. Bring the hands to the heart center now. Rub the palms together, really. Rub the palms to create a little bit of warmth, a little bit of heat. Another practice to bring you back into the present moment. Cover the eyes, feel the palms tingling over the eyes, the warmth of the hands over the eyes. Gently blink the eyes open, welcome the light back in, welcome the day. Thank you, my loves, for your practice today. I hope you always see your completeness. Thank you all for practicing with me this morning. Sending you loads of love, and I will see you next week. Have a gorgeous day. Mwah.